Hey everyone, thank you so much for deciding to watch this video and learn a little bit about what I've been through in the past year. It's been a really tough year, and I've grown a lot just in my walk with the Lord and just personally within myself. Just due to the trial that I went through a year ago today. So, a year ago tonight, I was sexually assaulted in my car, and it was the most scary thing to ever happen to me. And it's really hard saying that and, moving on with life and trying to regain, part of something that was lost. Like, to me, that's a loss, and it makes me, very fearful of men in general. And I've really had to grow a lot, and my faith was strengthened so much through my trial and my journey of having to live with something like this. But through it all, God is so good, and He is healer, and He is a restorer, and there are days that it's just very tough. It's hard, and I think for so long no one knew. I mean, no one knows, that this happened to me except for people that are really close to me. And so, like, I didn't post on social media a lot after, and I love social media. I love keeping everyone updated with my life, but every single time I would post a picture, I would just have such a hard time. And I was really, I feel like, healed when I went on my trip to Peru this past summer with Antioch Church, my home church in Kansas City. And I remember after my sexual assault, talking to my mom and being like, Mom, like, what am I going to do about Peru? Because, I mean, right after that, I was terrified. I mean, I was so scared of men and of people, and I had really bad anxiety and depression for a while. But I just remember asking her, I said, Mom, like, should I go or should I not go? And my mom didn't want me to go, but I was like, no, like, I still feel like I need to go. And I'm so glad that I did, because that was a final piece in my healing. And I do also remember the Lord in my quiet time when I have been praying about feeling alone or anxious or whatever, to the Lord, that I just want to be used by Him through the trip. And I remember Him telling me, Maggie, use your voice, and I didn't know what that meant, but it was the last day that we were gonna go out in Peru and talk, and I felt the Holy Spirit be like, you need to tell your squad leader to let you be okay with, like, sharing my testimony. And I shared about my sexual assault and to some high school kids, and it was hard. And I remember after, I was talking to my mentor, and because she had gone on the trip too, and I was just telling her about it, and she told me, she said, Maggie, there's just something that I want to tell you. And she said, once you told those kids, they heard you deep down, but God just made you unashamed. And that was the final piece that I needed in my healing. I did a lot of stuff to help me heal. I reported it that night, and I'm very, very, very proud of myself for doing that, because I know as a woman that it's hard, and it's scary for sure, just for your judgment that you're gonna get. But I reported it to the police, and then I went and got counseling the next day, and I truly believe that with those two things, that was great, but the Lord is just my number one. He has helped me, He's healed me, He's seen me so broken, but He still loved me through it all, and He saw the attack, and I remember in the moment after everything, the Lord just saying, Maggie, I love you, and it's okay. And I'll never forget that. Even though I've been through something so traumatic, I won't ever forget hearing the Lord so clearly and feeling God's presence just wrap around me. And I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't be where I am today. Everyone, if you know me, knows that I'm really happy and I'm really joyful, and I love to laugh and I love to smile, and I love to be with people. But in reality, after everything, I became anxiety driven, depression filled, anxious. I became so anxious, and I've never felt any of that until, that incident. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep very well. The only thing that would put me to sleep was worship music, and I listened to worship music for a really long time after the incident. But looking back now, here, a year ago today, looking back at myself a year ago versus where I am at now is truly, I'm inspired by myself, just because I didn't realize I was that strong. I had no idea that I had that strength in me, that, I could get through something like I did. And that's why I ultimately had pushed school back. And I have told a lot of people that I pushed school back for one reason, and no one knew the reason. They were just like, oh, okay, like, that's cool. But that's truly why I pushed school back, and why I'm in block 1 now instead of block 2. But God has been really good and really faithful, and just shown me a lot within the last year. And I just want to encourage, if you've been through something like this, or a rape, or anything traumatic, I just, advise to get counseling and to get help, because, they're out there to help you. And I'm glad that I took that advice, and decided to do that for myself, because I think without it, I don't know what would have happened. I'm thankful that I'm here today, and God's just restored me, and He's healed me, and He's shown me just so many amazing things, and I'm so blessed. And yeah, I just want to say big thanks to my mom. I love you so much, and thank you for answering the phone that night, and telling me that you love me, and being there for me. I know that call, can't even imagine what that would be like. But thanks for being my rock, and thanks for coming to the court dates and everything. I love you, and I can't wait to see you on Wednesday night and give you a big hug. Thankfully this year it'll be a lot better than last year, and it won't be a sad hug, but it'll be a happy hug. Thank you to Antioch, for my countless pastors just praying over me and the people within the church. Thank you. I am so blessed to be able to go to such a great church and have such a strong and just to have a strong faith, because you guys have shown me how to run to the Lord. Special thanks to Sean and Lori and Kevin and Janet for sitting with me and talking with me and praying with me. I appreciate you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday when I'm at church. And lastly, thank you for watching this. It's really hard to admit something like I just admitted and say that happened to me, because I've been judged for what happened to me, and it's been difficult, but I've had such good support from my mom and from those that are really close to me, and I appreciate you all so much. And yeah, thank you for watching and just hearing a little bit about what I've been through. And I can confidently say now that I am back to myself. I'm 100% healed, and I'm 100% whole. And every time I look at myself in pictures, I'm actually genuinely smiling, versus right after that up until June. I think I had been trying to fill a void and try to show people that I was happy when I really wasn't. But Peru just knocked that right out. And I'm genuinely so happy, and I love life again. And it's been good. I mean, there are some days that are really hard, but that is my story, and I appreciate you all for watching. And one last thing, I just want to say thank you so much to Alpha Sigma Alpha, my sisters. I love you all so much, and thank you for asking me a bunch last year if I was gonna be okay, and if I was okay, and wanting to talk to me and bring me stuff and love on me. I really, really, really appreciate that. Even though in the moment I wanted to be by myself, I really appreciate it a year later. I love you, and thanks so much. Bye.